Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I am extremely tired and in need of a lot of makeup. That's just the mood I'm in right now, you guys. I feel like allergy puffiness, and random side note, I got a massage last night. This is like the weirdest way to open a video, but I'm just gonna tell you, when you get like intense deep tissue, the next day, you kind of feel like crap. Like I kind of feel like garbage right now, but I have a full face of new to me, mostly new to me, Essence makeup to play with. So we're gonna do an entire routine. This is all very, budget friendly, drugstore. Even though I got this at Ulta, I got some of it at Ulta, some of it at CVS. Basically, we're gonna be babes on a budget today. If you are new here, welcome, hello. We have lots of fun with drugstore, luxury, everything in between. I hope that you come back and hang out again. My name is Tati. You can subscribe and ring the bell, and you will most likely get a notification. That's just kind of where we're at. But I am here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. PST, so come back anytime. All right, the first thing that I wanna do is prime my face. I have two primers. I have this one that I stared at CVS. I literally was doing this thing and turning it around and doing this and then turning it around. And then I was just like, yeah, it sounds great. Like, let's go for it. This is the Fresh and Fit Awake Primer. This is with vitamin complex and cranberry water. I don't know if your face has a UTI, you can just cranberry water. I haven't heard of that one in a skincare item. Visibly pore minimizing. This is where they got me, where I was doing the back and forth and I'm like, oh, it's like a hydrating glow, and then it's like pore minimizing, and that's always my key word. When it says it's gonna make my pores minimized, I'm always like, yes, please, let's do that. I feel like I have large pores right in here, and your pore size does not change. I have spoken with many dermatologists about this. Your pore size can look different, and if you're not getting the dead skin and dirt out of your skin, they are more visible. So they can be expanded or tightened, but it's not like you can actually change your pore size. Like sorry, you're stuck with it. So you can do things to trick the eye and to give a smoother canvas, and that's why I really like pore minimizing products. I like to do a pressing motion in this area, and then I chant to myself, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And I just pray for my pores to just take a hike for the day. Well, that's not happening. How did this pore minimizing primer just make my face look 100,000 times worse? I don't like this. I have an anti-shine All About Matte T-Zone primer. And because I've already put on primer, if it doesn't work, I don't know, let's put on some more. I need something to fill the pores in. This is just not right. Oh my God. This is not working. I wanna be beautiful today. Oh, I wanted to see if this matched my face. This is the Camouflage Matte Concealer, but they call it M-A-T-T, like matte, like a guy's name. No. Okay, let's try again. It smells like paint. Well, it is actually kind of, but for your face. Huh. Okay, that's not bad. I might do like a sheer coverage of L'Oreal's Infallible all over the face, and then kind of go in and really pump up the coverage with this matte concealer, and then go underneath the eye with the full coverage concealer in the shade Nude. I do not have an Essence foundation, and I don't know if they even make them here to sell in the States. Have you guys seen an Essence foundation here in the States? Let me know in the comments below. 425 is back. I just repurchased this foundation. It's one of my most repurchased foundations. They don't send this to me. I buy it every single time happily. I love this foundation. So we're keeping it drugstore. I want to try out their Super Duper sponge. She looks kind of cute, right? She's firm. Also, leave in the comments below, what are your favorite Essence products? These videos always do really well, and you guys are always so curious about Essence as a brand, and I just want to know what ones are your favorites. do me a favor and leave it in the comments below. Okay, so nice and light coverage. Now I'm gonna go in with that concealer and just kind of hit the areas on my face that I feel like pigmentation is poking through. I just wanna see how this applies, blends, how powder goes on top of it. When I'm trying out product, to me, even when one item does not perform well, like I can tell. Like I like everything to be very seamless. I am a total perfectionist. Surprisingly, that took the foundation to like a really nice place. I'm not upset with how that looks. I'm gonna take the Essence Camouflage Full Coverage Concealer, and I am just going to place this right here and up, a little bit out. Taking the same brush, this is a Hank & Henry Dell brush. I've been using these a lot recently. I just really like them. All right, so I actually like the other concealer, the matte concealer, better than this one right here. It seems very thin and does not give you full coverage in my opinion. I'm gonna do a little more of this guy right here. This is just not my speed. Yeah, it doesn't blend as well as some of the other concealers that I love so much. I will link below kind of my best and worst of the new drugstore concealers. I did that a minute ago. These are not it for me. The primer so far is sadly not it for me, and neither is the sponge. So we're now gonna go into the Essence Eyeshadow Primer. This is the I Love Color Intensifying Primer. I have used this in the past. It's, don't kill me. This is like so-so. It's not my favorite. It's no Painterly Paint Pot, but it's not bad. The price is right and it's better than nothing. You know, you could use concealer on the eye as your base, but if you really like to have an actual eyeshadow primer and you want to pick it up at the drugstore, this one does work. It's just not my favorite. Okay, going into this palette right here, I do have high hopes for this. I've actually already worn the shade Coffee Talk and Greige on, and I want to show you guys. They are really pretty. They wear beautifully, they blend beautifully, and I love them. So that was Taupe Up. We have In the Buff. We have True Me. We have On My Own. They're a little bit powdery. That's maybe the one thing. Fired Up. My Time. And Midnight. They wear beautifully. They blend beautifully. The pan sizes are pretty decent, but the palette itself is a little bit bulky. Keep that in mind. We are gonna test out some of the Essence brushes. I have never tried these. I'm really excited to. I have the Essence Eye Blender brush. I wanna go into the shade My Time. Smack off the excess with these because seriously, they're very powdery. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna lay the color down, kind of stamping it, stippling it on the outer edge. Then I move into a circular motion. And then I kind of go up, but I'm not pulling in. Once I go up and I see that the color is dispersed and laid down nicely, I'm kind of fanning it out and almost up toward my temple so that I get that nice kind of cat eye shape. Take the excess on the lower lash line. Don't pull it all the way into the inner corner because we're keeping the upper lid and the lower lash line area toward the nose just completely clean. It's really pretty. I mean, this color is blending really well. So dusty. I think you will have a problem with fallout if you don't be mindful to kind of tap the excess off every single time. But if you do tap the excess off, the color is gorgeous and it's blending so nicely, and this brush is actually not half bad either. I'm gonna take a clean blending brush from Zoeva. This has nothing on it, and I'm just gonna kind of make sure all of those edges are nice and smooth. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So now I kind of want to take Coffee Talk and just lightly stamp right in this area to then blend in a lighter tone. That looks so nice. Wow. I sometimes like taking fluffy brushes that most would look at and go, oh, that's like a crease brush, and dipping into something with a little bit of shimmer. I'm just gonna start sweeping this from the inner corner all the way to where the darker shadow is. And I'm gonna take the lightest shade right here on this Essence Smoky Eye Brush, using it for absolutely what it's not intended for, and just kind of stamping this inner corner to brighten it up a little bit. Do you see how dusty that is though? Like, look. Pretty shadows, they blend well. You have been warned though. All right, I am gonna go into the shade On My Own, and I'm gonna really kind of do up the outer lower lash line. Okay, I can't stop myself. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Coffee Talk too, because I think this is just a little bit too warm. And I'm taking the tiniest bit of the black shade, just like right in this area here. Sometimes I'll go back over, picking up the lighter and brighter shades with my fingertips just to kind of lay it down and give it that extra little punch, make sure that color is still showing up. I want to go into this long-lasting eye pencil. It's in the shade Hot Chocolate. The color is really, really pretty. And to smudge it, I'm going to take a detailed lip brush from Sigma. And I think it looks really nice when you smudge out a actual retractable or any sharpened pencil. Whenever you go in and you do smudge it out, to go back on top and keep layering it darkest at the lash line, the closest to your lashes. It's just gonna give you a nice, almost smoky effect with your liner itself, and then going into the shadow that you have on. It's gonna look so blended and so pretty. I love this technique. And this pencil is really nice. I'm just gonna take a little bit of the foundation that I used today and clean up the edge. All right, before we get to mascara, we are gonna move into brows, and I have a few different brow products from Essence. I have the 4-in-1 palette, which is powder, and it comes with a little kind of highlight thing. And then I have this, which terrifies me. It is a Super Last 24-hour pomade pencil. Should we just like go for it? Maybe we should. I am going to first brush everything up. Pomade pencil sounds like it's just gonna be really, really waxy, pigmented. This could be bad. My brow anxiety is gonna kick in. Yikes. All right, I am gonna go in the powder just a little bit to fill it in further. You know, I'm just not really into this. All right, back to the eyes. Let's put on some mascara. I could sure use some. Not the biggest fan of lash primers, but I have this one. This was sent to me. It says Super Volume with Super Fruits. So I am going to first curl. We will go in. Okay, the eyebrows, not terrible. The pomade pencil's a little bit waxy and thick, so it kind of makes your brow hairs stick together, and took me a minute. I think I like the powder palette better than the pencil. Wow. We're gonna go into the Volume Hero Mascara. Okay. Essence makes some incredible incredible mascaras. I don't know how they do it, but their mascaras are so good. And it is just ridiculous the price you pay for these mascaras because they are so incredible. I don't ever deal with any smudging, flaking. It's easy to build, and compared to really expensive higher end mascaras, they compete. And that's why I love them so, so, so much. So I'm actually gonna skip the false lashes today. I had fully intended on doing them, but I kind of like this look just how it is, you know, like I'm kind of into it. Okay, so let's go back to the face. We still need to set the under eye area. I just don't really like this under eye area that much. I am gonna go in with the Brighten Up powder. I've raved about this on my channel so many times. It is truly the best brightening powder under $5, period. Yeah, that just like smooths it all like right out. And now we're gonna go in with the All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. So I'm just gonna kind of lightly set the face. And we're gonna go right into blush. I have the Matte Touch blush, and this is in the shade Bury Me Up. This is definitely a blush that you have to build. It's not heavily pigmented straight away. I'm okay with that. I love that it's actually matte. It doesn't just say like, this is matte, and it's like satin finish and shiny and does weird things. Like, I just think a matte blush looks so much better. Like shiny blush, I don't know. And I love blush, clearly. I am just gonna go ahead and use my Pure bronzer just because it's on the vanity and I didn't realize that I didn't have a bronzer, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna take the Stilazzi large powder brush and just lightly warm up the perimeter. Okay, I am gonna go all over the face with this Pure Nude Sun Lighter. I feel like this is similar to an Hourglass powder, kind of in the baked sense and in how sheer it is and in how magical it looks when it's all over the face and you look at it in the pan and be like, no. But if you just take a tiny little bit and you graze this everywhere, it kind of gives you that creamy finish that I think is really nice. It's just this teeny tiny little softening, and I think it's beautiful. I am gonna contour my nose with the MAC contour palette that I almost always use because I don't have a contour or bronzer or anything like that. I tried, I'm sorry. And now that I'm done contouring, I'm gonna take the same brush with that little bit of illuminating powder and go over the nose. Looks nice and natural. And now we're gonna go into highlight. This kind of broke my heart. Yikes. Ooh, I am gonna try and still use it. I'm gonna use this, no, that's terrible. Yeah, hard pass. I'm gonna take this brush right here and we will go into Taupe Up and highlight just like that. That actually worked out really nice. I like that. Okay, moving on to lips. You guys know I love Essence lip liners. I have talked about them throughout the years here on YouTube, and one of my favorites is 11 in the nude. I'm gonna use that today, and I wanted to show you that it's really similar to a lot of high-end lip liners in terms of the color. It's warm, it will define your lips, it will maybe make your lips a little bit bigger if you choose to use it as a lip liner that you go slightly outside the edge. It's similar to the shade Pouty from Becca and Pillow Talk. They're not exact dupes, but very, very close. So beautiful. I mean, does that not look like a very high-end tone and shade. Sometimes something about the drugstore, I don't touch on this too much, but it's the richness, the tone, the warmth, the pigment that they are able to use and keep a price point lower, it does factor in. And that's why sometimes you get a nude lipstick, say, from the drugstore, and it kind of has like too much pink and a little too much blue maybe, and it feels a little harsher than, say, Tom Ford, where the pigments are just so complex and rich, and they just have the right undertones and middle tones, and like everything about it A to Z is just very expensive looking, and sometimes the drugstore just doesn't have that. So what I look for is not only formula and how a product wears, but the color, tone, and choices. Essence gets it really, really right with their lip liners. Just off the top of my head, another brand that gets it really, really right with tone is Flower Cosmetics. Their lipsticks have that expensive, just color to them, and they're beautiful. Speaking of a good rich tone, we're gonna play with the shade This Is Nude from their new matte nude lipstick collection. I will say this, the bullets are not secure in here. I have broken 3 of them already. It doesn't mean the formula's bad or that they're not pretty, but be careful. So don't press too hard, don't wrap them around. Probably not good to travel with in the purse. Just heads up. All right, that's as far as I'm going with that one. I'm gonna top it off with a little bit of Plumping Nude Lip Gloss. This is also newer from Essence, and this is in That's Big. I like this one. I'm really, really happy with this look, you guys. I think it turned out so nice. There are things that took a little bit longer than maybe they should have, which is why I wouldn't be like putting it in my everyday routine. But the eyeshadow, the liner, the mascara for sure, the lip liner, the illuminating setting powder, what else? The blush I really like. There's a lot that I like. What I don't really vibe with is the concealer, the primers, the brow pencil that's a pomade was just a little bit too waxy. And I also am kind of sad that the powder in the Essence highlight kit broke. Beyond that, everything else is great. The sponge, that's my review right there. We're gonna spritz the face with a little bit of hydrating setting mist, and I'm gonna get on with it. It says coconut water in it. Do I really wanna do that? Don't hate me, I can't. Coconut just breaks me out. Okay, we're gonna take a little Bioderma. This is basically water. And I just like to do this to set my makeup. It just makes it look a little bit fresher, and it's a technique that I enjoy so much. I spritz and then I heat. And that's it. All right, you guys, this is the finished look. I cannot believe that everything I used was under $10, and so much of it was so good. I actually feel really pretty, and I'm so grateful and thankful to this makeup, because I was worried I would be a hot mess and I have to go and do 10,000 things today. Honestly, it's like one of those days where I'm like, please makeup gods, be a good one. And it turned out good, so yay. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me, getting ready, trying everything Essence. If you have great recommendations from the brand, please leave me comments below. I love hearing from you, and I hope you're having an awesome day, whatever you are doing. If you haven't yet subscribed, please take a moment to subscribe, ring the bell, that turns on notifications so that you are served my videos. I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. PST, and I hope you come back, hang out. I would love it, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Mwah.